Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kerbal Polar Expedition 3.
Welcome back!
Yes, with me I have my beautiful co-host, starting with the Ronin Pawn.
Hello, I am the Ronin Pawn still.
Yeah, still. Street Lamp.
Did you really call me beautiful just then?
You are a beautiful street lamp, just look at those curves. The Solar Gamer.
I feel violated.
The Solar Gamer.
Hi.
And joining us we have our two KSP people, Casper.
Hello.
And Ted.
Hey.
Awesome. So, we did not reach 10,500 during the break.
I am very much.
But
Guys.
I believe we do have one more donation from Tim Brody, who donated $40, saying, great job, guys. It's good to be able to help our global brother. No, that was already there. What have you guys been doing while we were away? 20 minutes?
We
Come
gave you
on.
20 minutes! Ah. Ah.
We gotta be
Ted
here.
and
We
I
gotta
are
be,
still
you know.
here, so we
they
can
love
give you
us.
the screenshot at 10,500.
Exactly.
We stayed longer.
But, you know, they gotta
I should-
leave soon, and if, you know, it rolls over and
Yeah.
the time isn't here, you guys haven't done it, you know, there's just not gonna be a screenshot. Nobody's gonna know the new parts.
I should think also at 2,300 we should show that screenshot of my Rocket League car, eh?
Oh
Give them
yeah.
a closer goal.
Oh yeah, you told me that you were going to be playing some Rocket League. How about that go?
Oh yes. Everyone enjoyed who stayed
Oh.
in the voice chat. Enjoyed
Yeah.
Ted and I playing Rocket League. We won, by the way.
Oh,
Casper getting
That's
MVP.
good.
That's something.
I merely just assisted.
how long is a typical Rocket League game? I've owned it because Ryan,
6
you
minutes?
sent me a code, didn't you?
Yes. Anywhere between 5
I
and 10
did,
minutes.
actually.
5
Yeah.
and 10 minutes. All right, that sounds like
It's
a
a
nice
fairly
fun
5-minute
game.
timer.
My games
but you
never
can-
last that long.
Yeah, it's a
Mostly
5-minute
because
timer.
I get slaughtered, but yeah.
Elysium
Got
told me
the-
he needed me to play in like as his substitute with you, but
yeah.
he never did that. Is that something that we're gonna do?
If you add me on Steam later, and if you ever want to play a game of Rocket League, you know,
Hey.
if I'm available, I'll join you.
Hey,
Anytime.
we'll
Yeah,
do some
we'll
Rocket Leagues at some
think
point.
of something. We'll think
Yeah.
of something. I'll
Nice.
get to that after that.
Yeah, same,
See,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this is what the KPE3 does. It enables people to come together, play some video games whilst raising money for Charity Water, an organisation bringing sources of clean water to people in water-scarce areas. Stick
And during
around
the
into
break,
there.
it occurred to me...
Oh,
um,
we got 10,300.
Hey,
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
I have a
That's pretty good.
screenshot to share for Ted's car.
No. Rocket League.
I think this goes with a disclaimer. It
Oh.
is not what you expect it to be.
Oh.
It's nothing rude. We're all good.
No, that's...
Just checking.
So that was donated, $20 was donated by Sal Vager.
Yes,
these
Today,
are
it's
KSP
not
persons,
more
isn't it?
boosters, it's
Yeah,
more
Mark-
water.
He's
Oh,
one of the
really?
moderators on the forum, yeah.
Yeah, very
Thank
active on the forums.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
always seen his
really
name
awesome guy.
literally everywhere on the forum, and I'm like, who is this guy? What does he actually do? He's just a moderator, is he?
Yeah,
Just
he's
not
moderator
just
and
a
he's...
Just
on
a
the
moderator.
Q&A.
Oh, no, sorry,
Amazing
that,
guy.
sorry, that came out wrong. I apologize.
It's okay, I mispronounced his name, didn't know who he was, so he can hate me. Love Harvey.
Yeah, I was wondering whether he actually had some sort of official capacity within the team itself, but
Yeah, he
For a
does
moderator.
Linux QA, which is really good.
alright, cool.
No, it occurred to me in the break that what you were talking about, UI efficiency in the new Unity and in the new KSP 1.1 coming out, one of the oddly laggiest parts of KSP is just that looking down at the KSC shot. You know, when I try to move the camera around,
Yeah.
it's to kind of jerky like that. Is that maybe something that has been related to the UI load? Or is it just because there's so many faces being drawn so small, you're
It
looking down
is-
on everything?
Yeah, it is more the second one.
Yeah.
What you're seeing there really isn't the UI we're talking about. We're more talking about kind of buttons and like the sprites UI, not as much as the buildings and looking at stuff like that. Yeah, like you said, that's more due to like 3D graphics rendering and things like that, I should think.
Okay, yeah, especially with the design of the Tier 3 KSC, that is just an ungodly number of faces to be rendering and squeezing so
Yeah.
small and then texturing.
There
really
should be
detailed.
actually
Greebled,
blog
I would say.
post by Back9, back from when he wrote it, back from when he made the buildings rather. The details, kind of the performance, almost misconceptions with the buildings these days, because obviously they are quite high poly count, things like that, but that's not the major tax. Major tax is usually draw calls and things like that to do with the textures and sort of how many textures you're grabbing from where, how much needs to be stored in RAM. So he worked a lot to actually make them more efficient by kind of reusing textures throughout the buildings, sharing like texture maps where he could, and just sort of simplifying things, which is also really great because he managed to keep the really nice defined style of them. Because I think stylistically they're really quite nice. But yeah, so while there's a lot he did, there's not really a lot more you can do. I mean, sometimes you're just dealing with like a big scene with a lot of bits and a lot of. I think noticeably that scene actually benefits from no AA, which I think is a lot of the taxiness, because there's a lot of edges and sort of like that, sort of stuff like that it needs to render.
Oh, I never realized. I never noticed that. Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of little settings that can benefit things throughout the game. I find like if you're really having trouble with like RAM, obviously reducing texture resolution massively helps. A lot of the optimizer packs as well do as well. They're really helpful. But just stock, you can reduce AA, reducing things like your shadow cascades to about, I think it's like 6 or 4, and then your pixel light count as well helps. Which are often
How does that work? I've never understood that. You know, I usually just like max them out and say, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And I see it works.
Yeah,
fine.
settings, hey!
yeah, the optimum
64 light sources. I don't know where they are or where they're coming
basically,
Is that good?
If it was explained to me correctly, because it is something that confuses me as well. You know, full disclosure, it's not. I don't know everything about it, but way back 9 did explain it to me, and it's basically how many light sources can be used to render. Like it's a max light sources count, and I believe throughout the game there's no more than about 8. I think, if I recall correctly, this was a while ago. So I think the setting for 8 is the best for the pixel light count, and I can't quite remember the shadow cascades, but I think it's about 4 or 6. Yeah, there's a lot of these little things that kind of.
Yeah, the more you
Really pick
know.
up.
It's just like things in the settings menu that I'm always just like, all right, max. Hey, I got a
racing
TI
towards-
7500 or whatever. Let's just go for it.
Whereas for me, it's like minimum, medium, minimum. Yeah, I need
You're
to
racing
upgrade. I
towards
really
that
need to
next
upgrade.
screenshot.
Oh yeah, we're almost there.
$210,440
Nice.
$42. Yes. Very nice.
Oh, wow. Yes. Thanks very much to Alomon, who's donated $60 and says, here's 2 months of my YouTube earnings. Keep on trucking.
Ooh, nice.
We should play Euro Truck Simulator 2 with the Kerbal skin on the lorry on the back. Also, Christian Robamon donating $20 says, shout out to fellow Dutchy Casper, ready for 1.1. Keep it up.
Will do.
Woo!
Oh, this is my favorite comment of the entire stream. It's been made by Full Name, who donated $20 and says, leave a comment.
Remember last year when we had all the word salad donations at some point? I think your video still had a few of those as well, Harvey.
Or the what?
The word salad ones that didn't make any sense at all.
Oh, yeah, I remember. In fact, the same guy actually posted the same nonsensical comment both years, and someone in I think it was Chicken Keeper. He was like, "By the way, you made a mistake in your video. You repeated the same comment twice." I'm like, "No, I didn't. The guy who donated did." Yeah, I think they didn't get included in that highlights video thing I did.
I think some of these donors are intentionally trying to trip me up. I mean, I'm already having trouble, and there are a couple of comments that are like, you said that last time, didn't you? Am I on the wrong page? What am I doing?
What is
Of
going
course
on?
they're trying to trip you up. They're trying to trip all of us.
Well, keep doing it as long as you donate, like Michael Adelaide did when he gave $40. Love my segues. He says, good luck, guys. Just started college today, so funds are limited. Hope this helps. Thank you, Michael Adelaide. Wow, some big donors, too. Here.
Well, how much-
You know,
how much
60s,
was
20s,
donated?
40s. Thank you. We appreciate everything.
How much was that?
But we
Just
appreciate
them?
those more who give more. That was 40 from Michael
That was
Adelaide?
40. That was more than one person. So by the conversion rate that Charity Water uses, which is $30 per person served, you
One and a
literally
third
just
humans?
covered 1 and a third humans. That's a good way of putting it. you covered one human
that
and a
is
bit of
good
someone's
way of
arm.
putting it. It
You
is
covered a
ideally
human,
the best.
an arm and a leg. There you go.
You
Yeah,
have,
no, seriously,
as
it doesn't cost
made
much.
someone moist.
It really doesn't cost much to bring someone clean water. So the amounts you're donating, they're fantastic. It's literally fantastic.
And still donations pouring in from Terra Fermi donating $10. It's KSP devs. Oh god, why didn't you hashtag bring back the barn? The barn is actually in line with... Listen, I will answer that to keep, you know, from... I'll make it more awkward. No, I'll make it less awkward. This is my guess, and Ted, you don't have to say anything about it, is that we're now at such a point with development, there's so many textures, there's so much stuff in KSP, and regardless of whether a 64-bit, you know, we're getting 1.1, there still has to be a 32-bit game that people can play without it overloading the RAM and crashing on them.
Yeah.
So the textures that would be in the barn are kind of like, you know, they take it over the top, I would assume.
Well, we're working like with the barn sort of thing, so it's not out of the picture completely, but yeah. So there's you know.
I mean, that's the thing is that in my heart of hearts, that was you guys' first design. That was what you wanted to put in the game, and it's going back and forth and stuff. So I just know that you guys want it to be in there. It's just a matter of how do we get it in there.
You have a good point though, because. Just because we have 64-bit doesn't mean we can like go fully over, like use all the RAM. We still have to be very efficient with the way we're using it and things like that. And we have to keep that in mind for people that don't have the machine to run 64-bit operating systems, let alone games.
You want 32-bit players to be able to throw.
Yeah, exactly. We don't really, because there's a lot of people who have like an old machine that their kid plays on. They play Kerbal and things like that, and we don't want to exclude that bunch of people because it's quite nice imagining like the fact that people can just. Bang on an old machine and still manage to play it. The core essence of it might not look great.
I mean, I started making YouTube videos on a netbook which had about 256 megabytes of RAM, and I was able to play is a bit of a generous word, but I was able to run Kerbal Space Program. Then moved on to a laptop, making slightly better videos. These ones actually went up to 10 frames per second. But yeah, I was able to get decent, fun, nostalgic playing experiences out of the game on really low-end machines.
This is getting me thinking though. I was considering like trying to force Harvey into a donation goal here around installing a mod to KSP, Mr. I only ever played vanilla.
Blasphemy.
The mod that you need to install.
There's honestly no sin in installing mods.
I'm not going to try and make you change the game either. I just want you to have Kerbal Engineer. I want you to know how much Delta V you have, because you can play in hard mode, and when you know exactly what you need to get where you're going to go and know that you've got just that amount.
If I cared, I could calculate it, okay? And that would be more...
I'll just get out the slide rule and the abacus, and...
But no, I mean, I've done that before. I was going to do a series where I was like, yes, I will calculate everything first. And all the different equations you can find online. It's not too difficult to do, but I just don't have put in enough effort. Never happened.
Exactly, and if you had Kerbal Engineer installed, it would just be right there. Boom, Delta V tells you.
But like the idea of actually having to calculate itself, if you want to have that information actually...
His mic just cut out.
Oh, your mic cut out.
Yeah, my mic keeps on doing that. Yeah, we're at 1.6, by the way. Yeah.
Yay!
I like... I don't know, it appeals to me. I like having to go out and calculate these things if I want to know them. I don't know why, I just like it.
Yeah, my opinion of mods are kind of similar in a way. Like I don't like mods that add new parts unless they're like visual only. Like I don't mind new crew containers, but I do mind new engines or new fuel tanks and that sort of stuff because there's no guarantee it'll be perfectly balanced.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the kind of player who just like there's so much stuff already in that parts list that if you install 2 or 3 big mods with lots of parts, it's just like I can't find anything anymore.
That's why you have those filters now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the mods, the modders, are now organizing their parts specifically into certain filters, rather than adding them to the entire list, which I think is a very good idea.
That is good practice, that is. Also, I have to point out, you've still got my face in the middle of your sun, and you need to remove it. It is annoying.
I don't think so.
I do not like
it's
it.
Advertising.
Oh,
I
advertising
have
what? My
KPE3
face.
down there.
Yeah, you can keep the hashtag.
No, it
That's
says
fine.
KPE3.
No one is complaining about the hashtag.
You can put copyright on your body parts. So
Half
get a
face.
copyright.
T
Not if I
N.
copyright it first. I'll copyright your face first, all right?
We're
It's
gonna
mine now.
copyright
It's
Harvey's
mine.
face, and then we're gonna insure his legs.
Patent pending.
Exactly like Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Legs.
Yeah, that was
We're
a
gonna back
thing
to
a
yesterday.
while ago. Yeah,
No,
that
we
was
didn't.
weird.
I still never
This
found
live
out
stream is all
why she did that. I want to know why.
What did she do?
She insured her legs, and that is the extent of my
Oh,
knowledge.
probably so if she got hurt, that she'd get some money. You know, if she wasn't able
Yeah.
to perform or model anymore.
We are $3 away.
Programmers should insure their
$3.
fingers,
Oh
make sure they
my.
can still program.
Well, come on, $3 and preferably a
$3.
bit more because it's going to charity, of course. And we'll have another screenshot.
Hey, well,
And the
have
reason
Have
we're
you
closer-
opened it yet, Harv?
I know, I have not
I'll
even looked
post
at
it in the Skype.
Yes.
The reason that we're closer to our donation goal is thanks to Maximilian Goldschmidt, who says "Guten Abend" and greetings to everybody from Germany. Really like what you are doing here. Class action. Oh, and would it help to reload the stream to see the ad again? If that's the case, everybody reload every few seconds. He's going to generate donations via the ad revenue by reloading the screen.
Just don't commit click. Just do not commit click fraud, man.
Yeah,
We do not want that.
we have reached 10,000.
Hey!
Oh my.
10,500. Nice.
Yay!
And
Thanks.
thank you to Alaman, who donates $30, saying, "Here's another month of funds if Ronan Plon fixes my misspelled name on his outro card." Have I? Oh, God. And from Elad Delta V, another $3 that pushed us to the top. Elad says, "Bring the new part. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's pull
get
it out.
this
Let's
done.
bam.
Yes.
Get this party started
Also, Kirby
right
Space
quickly,
Academy just donated
right?
$25. Is that Das?
Awesome. That's Valdez, yeah.
Or is
Go
somebody
follow
using
his
name?
Ooh.
Facebook page.
Well, the
He
thing
just
is,
created a
I'm
Facebook
like
page.
trying to talk to Das, and if he's nope,
He wants
has
to get
not
on the
actually
stream maybe
he
tomorrow.
has not messaged me on Skype. I wonder
The
if it's actually
Kerbal
him.
Space Academy donates $25, saying, "I mean, it's not enough to buy a private jet or anything, but clean water is a worthy cause. Good job, nerds."
It would be rather inefficient to carry clean water to people in a private jet.
Yeah.
Oh, but it
Right.
would be stylish, though. It would,
It would
be
be
stylish.
wicked awesome.
Show up, yeah, blinging, and with your, your crew following you, your attaché, and then
Your
just
car
hey,
rolling
give it-
out of the back of the aircraft. Sort of thing.
Right,
You
ladies
Bentley.
just ladies and gentlemen, we have passed $10,500. So we are going to be showing another screenshot, but just before we do that, I do want to run another ad because it has been a little while since we last did that. So we're going to play a very quick ad break for those of you who actually get ads, which seems to be the minority because the majority of you in chat do seem to post, "Oh, there's no ads." I don't know why. I think it's because it's either not available in your country or you're using
It's
adblock.
because Twitch is being silly.
Or Twitch is just being silly, yeah. So we're going to play a 60-second ad. If you see it, great. If you don't see it, please go donate like 50 cents, something like that. A very small amount of money just to cover the
It was
advert that you would otherwise
$2
have been able to
yesterday.
contribute. It was $2
I want to see
yesterday,
some Dr. Pepper in chat.
but yeah. What?
It's a KSA thing on his
Oh,
streams. He's got Dr.
okay.
Peppers.
Well, hey, we
Yeah,
are
that's what
going to
it is.
play the ad now, and then we'll be back with some exclusive screenshots of the next update to KSP. Thank you for watching the Kerbal Ball Expedition. Yes, I know I need to crack that. I love
Those
the
of you
timing
who are
of that.
not seeing the ad, quack, quack.
Oh,
That's not quack quack,
As
that's squeak
Valdez,
squeak.
tell Harv I posted in the group Skype. We'll try and be on the stream tomorrow, Row Sunday.
Right, okay, cool.
Bro Sunday.
Row Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday,
Nice.
Sunday.
Can I
And
give
if he
something
could
else
bring all
away?
his viewers
We
with
start
him
another
as well, that
timer.
would be awesome.
Gee, what have we got to give away? Oh, a T-shirt. I haven't given away any of my freaking T-shirts today. I'll do a T-shirt and something from the list. What can we give away, Harvey?
I'm actually just gonna grab a
More
drink in 10
KSP?
seconds.
What are we going to be giving away? That's an excellent question. We can give away more KSP. I mean, we have the KSP people here for a limited amount of time. Why not use that?
Yeah. Okay. KSP in a shirt. Run them parallel.
do them for the highest and the second highest donation, perhaps.
Okay.
Or a random donation might be nice as well for the people who can donate, you know, a little less.
Yeah. Actually, I did want to do that with the shirts. I think what I'll ask is anybody who's actually
Oh.
interested in the shirts.
God, Jed,
RP.
you have 4 to give away. You need to get them
Yeah.
going somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after your ad break. Thank you for watching the Kerbal Polar Expedition 3. Please remember
The
to
screen,
donate.
the driving looks so nice right now. Or there's no be right back screen or ad or anything.
Yeah. You get the
No
half
half
points.
points.
I know. You get the half points. You do get them. In fact, you've said that a little bit too early because you said the driving and then I changed the driving. So I feel like you can actually see into the future.
I will forfeit my higher points.
We've finally hit 10,500. New part. New part.
All right, let me get the
Chat is
screenshot up.
going crazy. They're not going crazy. It's going crazy, chat. New part. I want to see
Please
a
go
riot.
crazy.
Riot in chat.
Ronan Bourne
Alright.
wants you to revolt.
That
Rise
seems like
up.
treason.
Rise up, Lazarus.
Right,
If
let
you
me get
riot,
this
you'll
part
miss
shown.
the link I'll post.
Ooh.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, don't riot then.
Oh, nice spin.
Thank you.
Ooh, yeah.
I try.
Oh, and you saved it with the landing gear. Brilliant.
See, this is what landing gear is for. This is the purpose.
How are you doing this? I'm not able to. You know what? I'm playing the KSP community workaround 64-bit version. I'm not getting the repair wheels option when they're still seated. This is
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, I just
Perfect.
noticed that.
Yeah, you should be able to get that because they're still technically on EVA at that point. They're just docked with.
Yeah, see, I was
the C.
surprised when it happened, but it happened. I'm not complaining.
Well, did
You
they have
obviously
to
need
be
to
in
be-
range, obviously.
Yeah, you have to be within
Yeah,
about I think it's
okay.
like 1.5 to 2.5 meters. I can't remember.
Which is why the clever design of this rover has each Kerbal seat.
I asked him about. I
Near the
asked Harvey
wheel.
about the rower. Oh, it must have taken you a while to get those landing gear in just the right place. Yeah, I slapped it together.
I random. Honestly, I did about 10 minutes of testing and that was it. I just randomly
Mark
slapped
one.
them on.
Ooh.
That new cockpit looks amazing, but what
New
also looks amazing is the crew compartment thing. Is that
Yeah.
going to have like a new IVA as well?
IVA, I don't believe so for 1.1, but in the future, yeah.
Okay, I've been looking
That's
forward to
going
a
to be-
Mark One crew crew canister. Just you know, the current cockpit that has a like large bulge on it isn't really that great or graceful to be putting onto a rocket. So
Well,
you know,
you just especially with planes, you just put strap a bunch of bike chairs to the inside of a cargo bay and let them have a fun time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, those
Uh.
those crew compartments are going on my space stations. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
much.
Oh
They look
yeah.
amazing.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Oh.
so that's the redesigned MK1. The existing one will be replaced by that, and it should get a lot nicer with the style of the rest of the stuff and the IVA for the internals. I'm not entirely sure on yet, but yeah, it should be.
Awesome. Very
Yeah,
nice.
Cale Graham just said no IVA. He's a bit disappointed in that. We have an article coming later tonight, and during Squadcast, Max will also go into a bit more detail
Yeah.
why we have made certain choices.
Yeah, Max
It's
will-
And it's the
a
difference
good
between
thing.
whether you get it now or you wait. So
yeah,
let me have it.
so you are replacing the current Mark One.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a direct replacement of it, because the idea was to kind of remodel the MK1 to fit better with the rest of the parts, and then we sort of realised that it wasn't a great approximation of what a cockpit of that size would look like, and we kind of wanted a bit more of kind of borrow from some real life designs of cockpits.
Dawson's
Picture
in
on
chat.
save.
Yeah,
Why
I'll,
do
I'll
that?
certainly be missing the current Mark One. You know, it's gone through a redesign for naught, I suppose.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that maintain kind of old part packs, which are quite nice.
Yeah. So it'll
So-
never really be gone, but you know,
No.
it'll be kind of be gone.
And we definitely like, cause we're all for people using those packs and stuff to kind of nostalgia their builds and all that. It's quite fun, I think.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
to
I've
go
seen
behind
someone.
the KSC, there's actually a monument to one of the earlier
Yeah.
parts. in
Yeah,
this.
Yeah,
pretty
the
cool.
very
Yeah.
first handbot, yeah.
And
And
the
you can
Easter.
find a couple of them nearby the KSC. I won't say where exactly, in case people haven't found it yet, but it's quite close.
You mean all the old parts? Those?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was actually I used the Unity Explorer to have a look at some lovely texture files, and I found the actual texture file for that, and
nice.
I think I think it can be overlaid onto like the module from 0.13, and so you can have an old rusted pod or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Awesome.
I haven't tried that yet, but I.
Did you browse the textures for the launch clamps?
Oh yeah, the textures for the launch clamps. Yeah.
Don't spoil it, but that
I'm not
everyone who
spoiling
has
it,
the knowledge to do that
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. And
You
one
gotta
of
tell us
one of
when we're off
Porkjet's
stream.
parts. One of Porkjet's parts also has a lovely Easter egg in it.
Oh. You see, this
Yeah,
is
That's
what
a
we're
good
just
place to
talking
hide it.
about.
The launch clamps.
Everything.
I mean, it's like the last thing that you'd want to think about,
Yeah,
that
and
you think about or look at.
And
Yeah,
earlier in
I'm
the stream,
really
I mentioned
interested
how,
in launch lamps.
earlier in the stream I mentioned how there was a texture file I found, which was a green smear, which would work perfectly when you end up splattering a Kerbal all over the surface of a
can we
planet.
get
or something.
that? Can we get that in the game, please?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Just a satisfying little.
Well, that
Oh,
must
there's a-
have
there's a
been what
puff
it
of
was.
Smoke. I mean,
Yeah, but
That's
I
not
think that was
permanent.
added. Yeah, it's not. It was temporary because that's what everything else did.
You know what?
the
Green
smoke.
splat for the goo containers when they go.
Yeah, there you go. That's much better.
No, the color of the goo must remain an eternal mystery.
So-
Yeah, the goo needs to be mystery.
We can never know what the goo actually is, and if we have an image of what the goo actually is, then we'll have at least something to look at and gauge everything else on. If we don't know what it actually looks like.
Isn't there a 3D animation when the science was included where the goo was sprayed bouncing around? Don't we already know the goo? I know the goo. I know
the goo.
I know the goo.
Speaking-
me and the
Speaking
goo, we
of
go out to
the
the docks on the weekends. We make a little money, handing out loans. Yeah. Me and the
Speaking
goo.
of colors and Easter eggs, the Kerbal skin color is an Easter egg as well.
Oh yeah, isn't it like? I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I won't say what it is. But I know what you're referring to.
I don't know any of this
I got
stuff.
no idea.
Yeah, I think you need to start posting it in Skype chat because I'm getting curious now.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll post it in Skype chat. I just
That was a
don't
nice
want to
flip
ruin
you
it
just
for
did as
everyone.
That was a really good flip.
Yeah, thank you. It's because I'm right with my theory that if you are basically physics warping, you get a lot less accurate physics calculations, which means it allows you to do crazy things like sliding sideways. So as soon as you take down back to ×1, it's like, oh, this person should be flipping right now. So we just stopped and we did this perfect 360 and then landed on the wheels. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Now, I actually was supposed to start up some more drawings here probably a couple of minutes ago. So we're going to give away, since we got Ted and Casper in chat, we're going to give away another copy of KSP Steam activation code. It's going to be happening over the course of the next 20 minutes. The person who donates the most in these 20 minutes is going to get a copy of KSP. If you don't have it, if you do, give it to a friend. Christmas is coming up. All the holidays,
Yeah, exactly.
They're already putting stuff out at the local, supermarkets or what. It's, hey, Christmas! Everybody get your Santa Claus!
People already listen. People already start preparing for Christmas, like on November 1st.
I haven't taken down my tree. Come on now.
That-
Tis the season.
Thinking
If you want to
future.
prepare for Christmas now and you have a big KSP fan in your family, I can definitely recommend the Shapeways store.
Yeah.
They donated 2 figurines to the stream as well.
Yeah.
And the top 2 donators of the stream are going to receive those at the very end, right?
Right.
Right? I hope I'm right.
Oh, that's
That
nice.
silence was awkward and horrible.
The top 2 total donatees, I'm going to go through, I'm going to count them all so that it's much fairer than just doing the single donations. Top 2
Gotta
total
count 'em all.
contributors will be receiving our 3D printed Shapeways Kerbals. Shapeways Kerbal. Yes. Plural.
And I haven't
crack
actually
saved.
started the
I know.
20-minute counter on donations yet for the KSP giveaway, because the other thing is I'm supposed to be giving away these Ronin Pawn t-shirts, people, and I've been forgetting. So, first printing of Ronin Pawn t-shirts going out. If you want to be the first one in this live stream to receive one, the second highest donor, who also wants one, because it's a Ronin Pawn t-shirt. So if you want a Ronin Pawn t-shirt, put a little RP put a hashtag RP or something like that in your comment, because if you don't want it,
That's
then whatever.
what we
Let
did
somebody
last
who
year.
does want it.
Yeah, we did that again. That was fun last year. Putting hashtag RP everywhere.
So the 20 minutes starts right now. KSP, Steam code, and Ronin Pawn t-shirt going. Boom. Get donating, people. There, I'm done. I'm checking out for the day.
People are asking what the $11,000 goal is.
So
I see War of the Worlds narration.
Yes, I think I need to read that Streetlamp kindly linked to me in Skype. So 11,000, I'm going to be reading the War of the Worlds. Was it the intro narration?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's weird to see you in the delayed stream. You're sipping coffee and talking at the same. Well, you're sipping something and talking at the same time.
It's coffee. Yeah, it is coffee.
Hey.
Ooh.
Good on you. I don't know. I guessed right.
Good on you. Coffee.
Actually,
hey.
someone in the chat, in the Twitch chat has a good point. Crash, mistake F5 for F9, cry. So how about next time you crash, next time you have the opportunity, you not only quick save, you also Alt F5.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good trick. Yeah.
Alt F5, which creates another save file, right?
You can
So allows
choose
you to
the
name
name.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can
Why?
get a mod that does that for you.
Whoa.
Obviously.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh my!
There's always a mod for it, and I love
There
it.
is always a mod. Yeah.
There's
There's a mod for that.
If you play KSP, you have the base game, which is aimed at everyone out there, and then you have all these mods, and people pick and choose, and they create the game they want, and that's so great to see. There's many mods I wouldn't necessarily recommend to everyone, and then there's many people who love the hell out of them. So, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody pick up Bargain Rockets again, start developing more parts for Bargain Rockets, and update them to be heat compatible with the new system. Bargain Rockets was so fun. Bunch of rocket equipment made out of
Like the
cardboard, and
cardboard,
duct tape.
yeah,
How can
yeah.
you not love that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was brilliant. Somebody pick that up, please.
That was actually the.
If you don't, then I'll do it.
I think you used to do that a lot in your videos, didn't you? Because the first video of yours that I saw was just this cardboard rocket. I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was my whole new Pawnington series was Bargain Rockets.
No.
There's certain things like that that are just brilliant fun and set you up really well. If you're making YouTube videos, there's a lot of jokes that you can make when you're flying to space in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
And I must say, your new Pawnington series is probably one of the highest quality YouTube shows for Kerbal Space Program out there. So well done.
Well,
Is it
thank
really?
you.
Wow.
Thank you, Casper.
From
Yeah,
this
it's
guy?
amazing.
No way.
You're talking about
I know.
hardcore porn.
You see, I'm in the low quality section
So
of
anyone who
YouTube.
hasn't seen it yet,
Yeah.
youtube.com/RoninPorn. There you go.
The timing
doing
of
your
when
shilling
you
for
said thank you, Casper. The timing of when you said yes was like right after Harvey had said I'm in the low quality. You were saying something completely different.
Yes, you are. I need to upgrade my rig. I need to start putting more effort into my videos. I've been slacking. I'm confessing my sins. I have been slacking a lot with videos.
We've become some sort of KSB confession group.
Just do what I do and
Hello
tell
everyone,
everybody
my
that
name is Harvey.
all that
Hi,
time you were
Harvey.
preparing. You were preparing for KPE, and that's why you haven't done anything for
Yes, for the past-
like I haven't put
yeah.
a new video.
Yes.
Okay, here's my confession. I haven't made a KSP video out of my own will for quite some time, to be honest.
But you did it when
It's
I
either
forced you
been
to.
Well,
It's either been because there's been an update and I had to make a trailer, or it's been KPE3 and I had to make a trailer. It's been a while since I wanted to do one myself.
Exactly, it wasn't out of his own will. We were there, strapping him to chairs, whipping him, not in a kinky way, just to get him to make these videos.
There was a car.
Now you just had to make this awkward, didn't you, Harvey?
I thought we had a special thing between us. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to respond to that.
You don't.
Just nod and wave.
I'll respond to
wave,
it. We have
boys.
received some donations here. Chicken Kerman has donated $40 and says, "Will Raster Prop Monitor ever become stock to KSP? It makes flying an entire mission in IVA ever so much fun. Also, I dare Ronin Pawn to a moon mission done entirely in IVA."
I did that. I did that.
You know how
not only in
excited I
IVA.
was when you did that, Harvey? I was like, oh my god, I want this series so much. And I was at a live stream and you were like, do you guys want to see the IVA? And it seemed like you were excited about it and everybody in chat was like, no, do more moon base. And I was like, I was pulling my hair out. Let him do the thing he wants to do, IVA mode.
That series is
Raster
going to be
Prop
an entire
Monitor
series.
Raster Prop Monitor is absolutely wonderful. It brings me back to my old days in Orbiter, back like in 2007 when I was like really young, when I first got exposed to this sort of stuff.
I love that mod, and that is one of the few mods that I've actually like used for a long time on video because it let me do VR. I could just sit in, and it was horrible, weird, like because obviously KSP doesn't work particularly well with VR, but I managed to get it working. Sitting in the IVA.
Raster Prop Monitor, Clouds, some Visual Pack, and Planet Shine, and that's all the mods. Oh, and Chatterer. That all just those are
isn't that the background noise thing?
Yeah, it also has atmospheric noises, sort of thing.
Right.
So.
Oh, it does. No, I didn't know that part.
Yeah. We should stop promoting.
Also
these
donating.
mods.
Kenneth1 gave us $90. Kenneth
Hey.
returning yet again up to the plate with his slugger. A chance at another copy of KSP. Well, I just gave away one of my spares, so I could use another. Let's see if I get it. Chance at a t-shirt too, but I already end my comments with #RP.
Yeah, he does actually.
A couple.
Yeah. I noticed
Thank you, Kenneth. Thanks for the donation.
Couple comments from Twitch chat. Alpha Epic 11. So Pawn, does he have a YouTube channel? Yes, he does. Pawn?
Alpha Epic, who, me?
Yeah.
I have a YouTube channel?
So
Well,
Pawn,
if
does
I
he
had
have a
Who
YouTube channel?
informed
Someone
us
wants
of
to
this?
know.
If I had one, I'd probably have it at youtube.com/RonanPawn, just
Yeah,
to
and
make it
if he had
easy
one,
on
he'd
people.
probably have been spamming it
If I-
already several times on our event.
Yeah.
All over the
And
place.
someone just underneath that said, I suddenly envisioned Harv doing the audiobook for 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh.
So, hey, if someone wants to give me a lot of money to do that, then why not?
We will not be hosting that on KSP.
We will not be doing
We will
that
not be
on
hosting that on
KSP
KSP
3.
TV.
No. No, we're not on KSP TV, are we? But still, we are, like, semi-officially being endorsed by KSP right now, so, yeah, we'll not be doing that.
Well, if you want to do it in your spare time, that's your business.
Yeah.
What a man does in his own home on his own channel.
No, still, I think I'm still limited somewhat by like YouTube's guidelines, but hey, whoever listens to YouTube.
Actually,
Alright.
wasn't it like Emma Blackery who actually made, like, her channel was made on reading 50 Shades of Grey or reading
Was it
something,
really?
and then she had to like that was what made her channel. She was just sitting there reading it or something, and then I've never seen those videos. I've just heard about it because obviously at some point YouTube caught up and said, "You can't do this," and she had
What
to
are you
delete
doing?
everything she'd done until then.
Wow.
But she had an audience, so you know, you do what you got to do. You know, I don't know. It's a little shady. It's
Yeah, I
definitely
remember there was
shady.
something a while back
50 Shades
with
of Shade.
a group of YouTubers doing ads and stuff, and now they actually have to mark the videos that are direct ads now. And she was one of them, but it was like a long time ago.
Speaking of YouTube, by the way, have any of you looked into HOCgaming at all?
No, I see it spammed
I follow them on
everywhere,
Twitter, and that's about it.
That just
Not
makes me stop.
particularly.
What is it?
Oh, and I think I followed their E3 coverage, which was pretty alright.
What actually is YouTube gaming?
Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't
It's
know
like
we were
a,
waiting.
It's a live streaming service.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
It's like the Twitch equivalent that they're going to bring over to YouTube.
Well, the YouTube live stream service was terrible for me. I just couldn't get
Yeah,
it.
it
working.
was
But
awful.
that's why they're reinventing
This
it
is
essentially.
right. Okay,
They
this
are
is their attempt to
quote
make it better.
unquote improving it.
I actually
Improving
did
it.
a YouTube live stream, I think 2 Sundays ago, or maybe 3 Sundays now, and, like, on my end it works okay, but there are some serious, like, you have to be able to pop out chat out of the browser. You can't have that in a window and locked to it when you've got OBS running and your game running and a million other tabs open so that you can be monitoring 16 things, and they missed that.
I might be doing that right now.
What are you doing?
Having it in a window.
You're supported by several other people, though. I'm telling you. It's like that little basic kind of thing is, how do you miss that when you're developing something when this is what you're doing?
That's pretty basic kind of thing.
Well,
There's
that-
YouTubers
that-
like that,
that's
isn't
right.
it? They tend to miss out basic things in their design philosophy.
Yes.
Quack save.
I'll
Just
quack
look,
save
look
in
at,
2 minutes.
just remember the Google Plus integration and how we're still all mad about that. I'm
It's
still
dying.
mad. I know
Yes.
it's dying, and it's
Finally.
not dying fast enough.
It was
They
clutching. What
said
happened
we're
was
doing
it was dying, and then it was like clutching for air, and it grabbed hold of YouTube. It was like, pull me up, just, and then it ended up dragging YouTube somewhat down with it.
I love it. In some ways, I do love this because their total amount of users skyrocketed onto Google Plus. Total users skyrocketed, but total use went down. People left Google Plus.
Out of protest.
So I have a question.
Sorry, just before that, around that time with the whole Google Plus integration, you know how everyone was like turning off their comment sections or something? It was like, oh, I don't like Google Plus, we're gonna turn off comments and protest. I did turn off my comments, and it wasn't because of protest. And I was just like, all my comments are really annoying now. I don't like these comments. They're making me feel bad. I just want to turn them off. And then I got so much complaint. I was like, oh, Harv, you're just protesting against Google. Don't you know it's useless? What are you doing? So much criticism. I'm like, I just don't like your comments, okay? Leave me alone.
When any channel like gets that, you know, much attention at once, it's horrible. I mean, I don't know because I've never actually gotten that much attention, Harvey. But I have seen just every big channel that I watch, you know, they've either turn them off or they just stop reading them because the trolls just come out to say how horrible you are at what you're really trying. Very, you know,
the thing is,
difficult to do. You're trying your best, and then people show up and say, eh.
The problem is you're always going to have it's always going to be the same rough percentage of people that do that. It's not like when you get big, you get more people targeting. Well, maybe that's true, but I didn't notice that when you get bigger, you get more people targeting you. It's that the ones that stand out to you are the bad ones. And all the happy, like, hey, Harv, you're amazing. Yeah. You kind of just skim over that because you're just like, yes, I know I'm amazing. Next
that's just positive reinforcement. I don't need that in my life. Yeah. Oh, I'm crap.
But seriously,
it's the same thing with, like...
It's true, you find it really hard to appreciate... exactly. Like ratio on most of my videos is way above 90%. And then if you get one video which is below that, I'm like, oh, God, what am I doing wrong with my life? You notice bad things far more than you notice good things, and it's a shame.
You have to keep in mind.
Always have to keep it in mind.
So the best way to get around that is to make really bad quality videos. And
make sure you do bad things.
You'll feel better about.
Yeah, the way I solved...
It's honestly true. I have on the forums, it's so hard to keep replying to the people who are saying, oh wow, this is amazing, you know, whenever we do an update. And it's important, because if I start replying only to the people that I disagree with, that are saying, oh, you're doing this bad thing, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing a bad thing. That's not how you want to reinforce behavior.
Exactly. Like, you give
and
attention
on the other
to
hand,
bad
you
people.
Do have to address it up to some point.
Yeah, and like the way I solved rodent porn, you were saying about, oh, I wouldn't know because I haven't blown up. Well, the way I solved it was I downsized my audience. I stopped playing KSP for ages. I stopped making videos. I said, go away. I basically told my audience to go away, and they did. So, yeah.
Hey, I unsubscribed.
I regret.
I never subscribed in the first place.
No, that just means you have yet to be won over.
On my new tab page, so.
I took a unique tactic at dealing with it as well, which is basically if you say something that really hurts me, I delete the comment.
Yeah.
And people can say that you're, you know, oh, but you're censoring. Yes, I am, because I didn't like that, and that was rude, and screw you too. You want to attack me? I have the power to take you out.
The difference is censoring criticism and then censoring being an idiot and being horrible.
Yeah, it's going over.
They're not criticizing you, they're just being horrible. You're allowed to get rid of that.
Personally.
And the thing is, you can, if someone says you're doing something badly, that's one thing. It's another thing if someone says you're doing something badly and I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to kill you.
And you are a bad person.
One of them is helpful insight. One of them is abuse.
Yeah.
Oh, saying someone is doing something badly isn't helpful either. You have to tell them what they're badly and how they could improve.
Well, exactly. I meant that's kind of a general sort of. Yeah. If they give detail as to what you're doing that they don't like, then that's, you know, all the better. And of course, just a flat-out "you're crap" simply doesn't mean anything, and it's really not helpful.
Well, thanks. How do you think that makes me feel? Consider my feelings. We are just these personalities.
If you prick me, do I not bleed? 2Pi has donated $10. Says, great stream for a great cause. Turned off ad block to support you guys even more. Keep it up. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for disabling your ad block.
Yes, that is the example we want everyone to follow.
Ad block.
So, question from the chat before Ted and I have to go, which is pretty soon, I guess.
Oh, yes.
Average Joe asks, are there any plans on creating true eclipses? It feels to me like the last real-life orbital mechanic that hasn't been added yet. I also really just want to see Jewel with shadows from Lave, Vel, and Tylo on it. Any plans
God,
on that?
yes. White shadows.
That
Why didn't I think about that?
That would be awesome.
That would be very cool.
would be very
Funnily
cool.
enough, I think it was KSP 0.11 or 0.12 actually had that. More through a bug than anything else. But yeah, I think it's definitely something that we'd want to talk about. I don't really think it's been brought up much. That's like the first real discussion of it, I think. But yeah,
You could probably get that in with environmental visual enhancements. Just set up a cloud layer that's a giant circle and time it just right.
Yeah. The issue would be transitioning it from obviously from scaled space down to local. So when you're coming back from orbit and you're landing in an eclipsed area, because in eclipses there's still light around, so you're not completely having it blocked out. So it'd be nice to getting it all the way through. That'd be the kicker. But
sounds like what you're already doing for the antenna code. Just translate that to light, and you'll be fine. So obfuscation.
Just is probably my least favorite word in the whole of game development.
What is it?
Just
just rewrite all your code.
But yeah, it's a really nice idea. I think it's a really good suggestion.
From the average Joe.
I'm going to use that. Can I steal that? Can I steal that from now on? Whenever someone in my comments of my Sword Art Online GUI thing is like, "Oh, could you just do this?" I'm like, "No, you can't just do this." Just is my least favorite word in game development.
Yeah, I'm all for entertaining like every idea. Like I'll listen to no end, but someone starts going like, "Oh, could you just do this? It'd be so easy. It's only like a line of code."
No, it's not.
Is it though?
Maybe the thing you're imagining is one line of code, but it also involves changing 50 billion other lines of codes.
Yeah.
The way I annoy Ted the most, I think, is I tend to write short sentences in Skype chats or any chat really. So I'm like, "Oh, Ted, I found a bug," and then there's a minute of silence while I'm describing it, and he's, "Yeah, what's the bug?"
The closer it is to release day, the more sweat there's on my brow.
That's just inducing stress. You should write it all out as one thing, because he's sitting there for that minute, just like, "There's a bug."
Yeah.
What bug?
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old release.
It takes a special human being to be, to handle the bug ends of things in game development, because your life revolves, I imagine, around people's complaints. So we absolutely appreciate your bug squashing effort and your emotional fortitude to be able to do that job. Here we are complaining that people in the comment section are just saying we're rubbish at making videos.
Yes, I've thankfully got like a very thick skin, so I just block it all out if it's like particularly ranty or terrible. And most
I've written some of those too, I'm sure.
Like a lot of the time, the worst thing is that people have a really valid point at the center of things. Like I totally understand what they're saying, and yeah, they do sometimes have like a really good point about something. But it's just that's a terrible crush you're going through. But sometimes really? it's all you want is that for them to say that, and be able to like get that through to everybody. So sometimes I do sit with people and go through what they actually want to say. Because it's really nice to see that sort of change.
To strip away all of your ancillary stuff if you've got a really good point. Just take off all the things and another thing and another thing. You finish what you're writing, go back and edit.
List. It's all about confidence of how you're putting it forward as well. If you're saying like, "Oh, I don't think this is very good, and it should be done like this," instead you need to kind of put the ball in the developer's court and say,
"Perhaps you could consider this.
This could be done. It would go well with this, or be a better alternative." You know, so it's more constructive. Because at the end of the day, when you're on that like last bug report, or your hopeful last bug report for the day, and you get someone that's kind of just a bit too emotive in how they're saying it, can really just be like, "Ah, screw this."
Yeah.
Get a drink.
See, in the very little development I've done, the tactic I went with was that I didn't fix bugs. I just didn't.
That's a
I
very.
just couldn't be bothered. Oh, quick saving.
Quick save.
Yeah.
Just renamed them.
How's the
features.
timer going, Ronin?
The timer is very, very low at this point. It is down to. Come on, phone. Respond to me. Come on, Android. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
Oh, we're
Ladies
still
and
here.
gentlemen.
I thought we were going to blow up or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're giving away another KSP code to the person who donated the most in the past 20 minutes. The problem is, how do we know when that 20 minutes started? Do we know what the last comment was?
I was keeping track. Yep.
Oh, Ryan, you're a lifesaver. Thank you. Because Charity Waters is just like, oh, this person donated less than a minute ago. No, they didn't.
Yeah, it is. I've been noticing that too. It's weird.
Has it been that way forever?
As far
I
as
feel
I
like
know.
it's been that way forever.
It's been like that for a very long time.
Well, they get the money, you know. We know that end works. So
Well, hey, at least it gets to the field. Their web development's maybe not so good. There is a lot of things they need to change on their website, actually. There's a lot of things I would like to see, like... Oh god, being able to actually see how much each person has donated to your campaign without having to go and add it all up. That would be nice. Yeah.
all donations under the same name in a database somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well,
so who's going to be receiving this copy of Kerbal Space Program and Ronan Puln T-shirt?
Kerbal Space. Wait, I thought they were separate.
They are.
All right. Well, the winner of the KSP copy is Kenneth 1. Actually,
There you go.
Hey, there you go, Kenneth. Nice work.
And I actually have to double check the second winner here. Hang on.
So, I'll write that
Actually,
in here. Giveaway winner, Kenneth 1. Ooh, capitals.
And we have
If
our
you're
second...
writing that in, who's driving?
No one! We've been through this!
Our
He's just-
second
he's
winner...
clamped down the accelerator.
Yeah, which
Brick
is the
on the
winner
gas.
of the Ronin Pawn T-shirt is Chicken Kerman.
Chicken Kerman.
$50 total, actually, because he
Oh,
donated
wow.
twice there.
Ah.
Do we have
And,
some way
okay,
of contacting
the
him?
most recent
Yes,
comment
we do.
here is, I just have to donate again. This is from Chicken Kerman with a $10 donation. I just have to donate again since you didn't give an answer about a full IVA moon mission Ronin Pawn and Pawn. Also, I want a t-shirt. And thank you, Chicken Kerman. You will be receiving a t-shirt. Also, Joseph Hafner donates $10, says, thanks for everything, guys. The wonderful game, but more importantly, the open hearts.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so Chicken Kerman's getting tea. Kenneth is getting a copy of KSP.
Oh God!
It's got to be something I can rhyme. G. I don't know what to say. Got a friend named Lee.
You could have said, follow me on YouTube.
Subscribe to me.
Subscribe to me. Yeah. Oh,
There you go.
there we go.
It's a stretch.
Yeah, can we have a look at the map view quickly, Harv?
Sure,
wondering where we
why
are.
not? There
Ooh,
we are.
look, I could totally see the
Oh
map
wow,
there.
that's
Oh.
we have made some
10
progress.
half points to Street Lamp and 10 half points to Casper. These imaginary half points that mean so much to you for some reason.
It's because I have deep emotional holes that only Harv points can fill. That sounded wrong.
So wait,
I'm sorry.
You said emotional. They're emotional.
emotional.
I did say
not
emotional.
physical. See,
That
waypoint
sounded
9
wrong. I realized I probably shouldn't have finished that sentence halfway through saying it, but I realized that if I stopped halfway, it would be even worse. So
Keep going, yeah. Gotta pull through. Waypoint 9, in terms of waypoints, waypoint 9 is where we ought to be by the end of the stream, and that's 26.7 kilometers away, and we have 45 minutes. I reckon
You're
we can do
doing
that.
pretty dang
Where
well.
ought we to be in terms of donations by the end of this stream?
Well,
We've gone over our
ideally-
$10,000 goal.
We've got to be over 11,000. By the end, we have to be over 11,000. I want to read this thing, this narration.
This
I need
thing.
it.
You don't even know what this thing
It's
is.
the World War of the Worlds thing.
Tell you what, how about this? At 10,800, I got my guitar here, I will attempt to play Pokepawn live.
Ooh.
And then at 11,000, Harvey's going to read the War of the Worlds introduction. I was just going to do that for free. What was I thinking? No, 10,800, Pokepawn, a live performance. If I remember how to play or sing or what the lyrics. You guys know the lyrics. You can just feed it to me in chat.
Oh, nice.
So
Quack save.
we are quack saving, I hear. I think I have to go and prepare some stuff.
Okay.
There's a big article on KSP 1.1 coming tonight Max Maps will be sharing a lot of details on Squadcast as well. We just announced we are going to Xbox as well as PS4. And
well, you're going to leave the Wii out of that? Come on.
KSP on the
KSP on the Wii. What I want to do, okay, is I want to have the one controller in one hand and the other in the other, and I want to pretend like I'm a Kerbal on EVA while I'm playing on the Wii.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome. People suggested with the Xbox One that we go Connect, and just like in the movie Minority Report, you know, where they have the screen and they are swiping things over, that you'd assemble a rocket just like that. That would be awesome.
You persuade your body to move the rocket.
Yeah.
Gravity turns end up with you on the sofa.
I think that's it for me tonight, and
yeah,
I wish you all the very best with the rest of the donation. I will be following it. I'm not making any guarantees over the weekend. I'll try to at least be in chat. So
yeah, well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, seriously, thank you. We said the exact same phrase. That's freaky.
Yeah,
you've done. Yeah,
and
it's been
for
awesome
sharing
having
all
you
this
on.
new info.
Yeah, all the pictures. You're beating me to it, Porn. Stop it.
I'm
the host.
You're the host. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for all the images and everything, and
minus 10
giving
hard
us
points
the
to Paul.
giving us the codes in the first place. A lot of these codes that we've been giving out are from Casper. So yeah, thank you for all that and your support of the event.
No problem. It's a good charity, and I'm happy to support it.
If you ever have a few minutes, you want to play Rocket League, I will try and maybe do that at some point.
Okay. Goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
See ya.
And Godspeed.
Okay,
into the abyss.
And with that, we are going to go to a very short ad break. Please remember to keep donating. At 11,000, I'm going to be reading some stuff out. At 12,000, I'm showing pictures of my face. Porn, you're playing your song at what thousand?
10.8.
10.8
kilometers.
$1,000, not kilometers. Damn. $1,000. Oh,
we're up to 10,000.
When you hit an altitude of 10.8 kilometers with that rover, Pokeball.
Well, yes. Alright, so please watch this ad. If you don't see an ad, please donate it just a couple of dollars to Charity Water. And if you have any more to spare, then please do carry on donating. It's a worthwhile cause. We'll be right back after this break.